Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guys, welcome again, me and Barke. So guys, be your own Barke, be your own hero and mastering power within together today, tonight. You don't even know if it's a day or night. Actually, we're recording it right now. So guys, we love you so much. After we watched your comments, it made us really to rethink about the topic that we're talking about now. Actually, thanks to you guys, those of you who DM us and really wanted us to elaborate and add about the topic and into more deeper. So the questions that came through people who messaged me was, how can they deal with people when they're really close people?
Yeah, close to us.
Exactly.
Family members.
Exactly. And then this is how they put it on the question. But I would say again and again, thank you so much, guys. If you're watching, again and again, thank you. This would be benefit for so many people. So the question was, how can I deal with negative people if they surround to me, if like a family member in the same house? Yes. So this is what we're talking about today. Yeah. And I know it's not easy. Definitely it's not easy.
Yes.
Is painful at the same time when you know that your loved ones around you, they're projecting on you. But yourself, how can you protect yourself? So this is what we're talking about. So I'm gonna pass it to Barke. So what do you suggest those people to deal with?
So first of all, you need to ask yourself, okay, if these people, because I would say to even my own experience, I had that when I was married.
Yeah.
My husband at the time, he was actually making me feel really low and make me feel sad. And most of the time, I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to confront something, because especially when he's the father of my children and he's my husband.
Yeah.
So it was really hard for me to tell him what you're doing actually really hurts me, because I didn't want to share my weakness, but at the same time, I didn't want to show him that actually it does hurt me. So
that's a good one actually to share.
Yeah. So what I did was just being quiet, but that it didn't help in that situation. So I used to read lots of books. I used to watch a lot of movies.
But how can you do that? Okay, let me interrupt you with that.
Yeah.
Isn't it hard, when you have one mind, right? And then you just came home, you're fresh and you read the books and you just like, home is the place that we all feel comfy. We feel more calm. We feel more like where to run to rest, all the stress about workplace or, even studying wherever you were studying at that time. So when you come home, how were you handling?
So for me, to be honest with you, at that time, my home didn't feel like a home. It didn't feel peace. It didn't have, like a place that you can just relax. I used to actually go to work and I will work 19 hours or sometimes longer hours so I don't stay home. Okay. So when I come back home, guess what? I just shower, eat and go to bed. I don't have time to even speak to anyone because I was trying to stay away from the argument. I was trying to stay away from the sadness. I was trying to stay away from him in a way that I shouldn't get any effect of what he's saying or what he does. So that was what I was doing.
It is very devastating. Thank you for sharing with us. And thank you for sharing for the audience at the same time. Because when you're on that shoes, you only can tell.
Yes.
I've seen the negative people in my life too. But the thing is, it's not easy, as I said, because once you don't know how to put a shield on your face, to protect yourself.
Yes. And a lot of people don't.
Exactly. If you don't know how to protect yourself, you'll be drawn to. Because those people can even send you maniac. They can make you crazy. They can drive you mad. They can even make you otherwise to think about yourself. Because they just trashing day in, day out. They're just talking about, and they don't know. I feel sorry for them too, because they're only accessing the part of their subconscious mind, the negative side, because the subconscious mind is addicted to negativity. So they don't know that their mind eye is only looking everything about negative in life.
But also, I also figure it out in a way that because I'm an observant person, I like to observe
excellent.
people. Now, a lot of when I was actually watching him, and when I actually started to ask myself, why is this thing keep happening? Why am I, a victim? Why do I have to be a victim? Why am I going through this? So the time the answer came to me is not me who's the problem first, and second, he is the problem because of the way maybe he was brought up or the way he thought actually, because you need to listen to what the person is saying, but also you need to watch what the actions, okay? They tell different things. This person thought that what he was doing actually will make me closer to him.
Okay, it's kind of like understand me, like I'm bubbling, something is in me, but to you you weren't seeing, like
No.
you're trashing on me, you're
Yeah.
projecting on me. In psychology they say projection,
Yeah.
because what they feeling they're projecting on you.
Yes, because inside they're insecure. Inside they're actually scared. Inside they're doubting their relationship and they don't have trust sometimes. So what is happening is that in their mouth they think they're saying actual good things, but they're not. And for you now is learning to take those things what they're saying and actually project them to say that is what you're saying is for you, not for me. So it's the same thing as a reflector. Okay, so you need to reflect what they're saying back to them.
Yeah.
So that's the way I did at the end when I was more stronger and more powerful. I feel more powerful in saying my words and actually to say to, it's not me, I'm not the problem, you are the problem.
Wow, so that is a very like big realization that you came to. But those of you who are struggling on that sense, it's not easy, as
It's
you
not.
said.
It
But
took me years.
You have
Trust
to
me.
exactly. For
Yeah.
me, I would think instead of them to distract you in life, you distract yourself
Yes.
in a ways, because it can't be long term. To be honest, to stay with the negative people.
You'll be surprised because the thing
Wow.
is, it all depends on what story you tell yourself within those people. I used to tell that my story I used to tell is that I want my family unit together. Now I believe in that story for such a long time. I was married for 14 years, guys. So I did stay for that long with that person, even though I know deep down
So
that
you
person
were-
doesn't love me.
Okay, but you were at that time, at the same time as you weren't like considering what he's doing, but you wanted to have a family, and then you're overlooking what you wanted to be in the relationship.
For me, it was more of I was okay to sacrifice my happiness than about losing the family unit. So the family unit was more important in my life than my own happiness. Now, what I done when the time came that I looked at everything, I was being realistically, okay? And this is the most important thing that we don't do. So I was in the present and I say to myself, Barke, how long would you be able to take this for the rest of your life? How long would you be able to take it? How long can you bear it? How long can you be able to stand up and tell yourself the same story you've been telling yourself all these years? How long can you do that? Now, when I had those questions and I said to myself, actually, no, I've had enough. I've had enough.
So there was a time that you just said, you know what, let me cut the barrier, let me cut the cycle, let me cut the habit, because of I want a different life and different direction. That's true. But there's sometimes, your siblings can be negative. Your partner can be negative. Your co-workers can be negative. But we cannot run, from them. And we cannot also bombard them, or we cannot try to change them, because it's uncontrolled behavior. Like, they are not us, they're outside us. Even let alone our own negativity, we fight for every day, and we are in control in somehow, because we recognize, and if we are admitting to that, but some people they don't actually they don't even admit. But in terms of how you can distract yourself, let me come back to that point. When I say distract yourself, you have to remove from your thoughts, because your thoughts, you're in control. When someone can harm you or can make you miserable when you allow it. So what you could do, or what if you're going through in that sense, everything that they say, I know because they're really close to you, but don't take it personal. Just know that you can't control them, but at the same time, don't allow yourself for them to keep treating you in that way.
It's so easy when people, especially for us women, we can't choose it. We analyze too much. Now, when a person, especially we love, it depends, even if it's your mother, your sister, your brother, or your husband or wife, we always overtake exactly those words and make them into reality. And we think that this is what they mean.
Because it's interpretation. Okay? We interpret things.
Yes. And sometimes we even put sugar and salt and whatever to mix it all up and make it such a big thing as well.
Because don't you think, don't you think when people do that to us, we creating our own negativity, and then we just put everything together, as you said, that salt and sugar.
Yes, because we put what they already given us, and we're like, no, we that as well more, and that one, and that one, and then we make it into actually what they done is little, but then you make it such a big thing, and then guess what? You're creating another story for you to lie to yourself and to stay in that area. You're not really growing. Okay? So I love what you said about you need to be realistic in a way that you cannot help another person. Okay? You cannot change another person. I need to say this more often because I need it to get into your head. You cannot change another person. You can only change yourself. I lived by that rule. At the time, I used to think that I can change him by being nice, by being fair, by being the glue, by being the person.
They have to change themselves.
And guess what? I wasted my time because the person cannot see. Okay, or hear or acknowledge you what you're trying to do. So you can never change them.
Exactly. Also, what will happen if I add to that point? If you try to change someone, let's say you're trying to be nice. It's good to be nice, and then you're trying to be nice for them to see that. And then when they can't see it, then you start breaking. And you start going backward, like, how can they not see it? I'm being nice. I've been talking to them nice, but they just keep repeating that. But it's not like that. People will do that to you when you keep pleasing them. And when you keep thinking, one day he will change or she will change, keep doing that. Yes, it's good to have a hope. And at the same time, it's good for you to protect your inner. Because if you're not strong enough, let's say, like what your own story, if I go back, and now where you're at and where you were before is completely different. Because now you don't even care whatever,
But also now I'm actually more aware. So awareness. Now I've got boundaries, okay? Now in any relationship, it doesn't matter if it's a boyfriend or a husband or mother or father, even my sisters and my family. When I have that, I've got a barrier now to protect myself. So if a person is actually negative, I'm actually changing the subject. I'm not listening to what they're saying. I'm moving on because I don't have time for that. Okay? So it's very important for you to know and to be self-aware of what is actually happening around you. Who is talking? What they're talking about? Is it really benefiting me? Is it really helping me in any way? No. Okay. Thank you very much for your lovely words, but I'm not interested at the moment.
And also, there is a ways that you can change. I'm going to tell you the secrets. Okay? The ways that you can influence. You cannot change them, but you can influence. How you can influence, you ask me? When they start, exactly what you said, when they're talking about negative subject around you, just change the aura. Just talk about, was the coffee smell? Was the, is a tea there? Oh, I can smell rose here. I can smell.
Actually.
So send them different directions.
When I was studying counseling and hypnosis, there is a technique that you should do. If someone is shouting or someone is being harsh or being saying things that are really hurting you, what is happening is we were taught to do something that will distract them. To do something that will make them to be like, what?
Yeah, it's like shocking them.
Yeah, exactly.
Shocking
So
them. Just shock them, okay? That's the way you can do it. The brain shocks and freezes. It's
Exactly.
like, you know what is it called? A fab? What is that? The coffee with the ice. When you drink it, your brain freezes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Iced
exactly
coffee.
how
Or even
they-
ice, anything with coldness.
Exactly.
Yeah, it does give you
the
brain freeze.
person that who talking about negative about you or about anyone else, and then it's bothering you, just freeze them like ice. Their brain. How you could do that? Just send a different direction. Just say something like they don't know. And I've used that in my life previously. But that's the only distraction that you can do.
Yes.
So anyway, inshallah, we're gonna end the video here because we cannot stop talking, guys. Because we really love you and we want you to take this takeaway. Inshallah, we both accessing our channel.
Yes.
So Barke, be your own hero. Please subscribe and like and share her videos because she's every time, mashallah, she speaks two languages, Swahili, English. Inshallah,
Same as
soon
you.
it's gonna be Somali. So I don't know how you gonna
She speaks
do
two
it.
languages too.
Yeah,
She doesn't speak Swahili a little bit, yeah.
Oh my God.
A little bit.
I like that a little bit.
But she speaks Somali
Yeah.
fluently
Yeah.
and English, so that's good. Come on.
Oh my goodness. I speak Swahili, guys, but guess what? It's not only little. I understand everything. You cannot talk behind my back.
Oh yeah, be careful with that.
Exactly. I know everything, but something happened. Transition, something like, what's it called? Transition happened when I get to UK. Everything, my Swahili is completely, I forgot. Even when I went back to my mom in Mombasa. So everyone
It
looked
doesn't
at
come
me
back.
and said to me, what's going on? What happened? Your Swahili is gone. I said, oh my God, I don't know how it happened, but I'm looking that book anyway. So I'm gonna let you know why. So the memory book, I'm gonna access the memory book, but don't
Inshallah.
hypnotize me.
So guys, yes, so subscribe and Mastering Power Within, and please join us. We do videos most of them every day, and just if you do have a question, please pop them down, and we will go back to them, and we always come back and we talk about it. So thank you very much, and I wish you the best of the best evening or day or wherever you are. So take care,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.